Hey, what's up, party people? Hey, Kit. First. What's up, Timothy Harkness? How y'all doing tonight? Oh, mic down. You can tell Rose I'm live. Hey, Chris Freeze and 3D Jimmy. Robert Belime. Chris Colada. Sean Butler. So Rosa suggested to me during the week that instead of just having companies on, hey baby girl, to invite some people from the community on. And so I figured on tonight's episode, it'll be open mic night. Anybody who comes by who has a project, an event, something they're working on, whatever, and wants to show it off. Show it off or talk about it. Pop on in, and I will send you the link. DM me on Twitter. And if nobody has anything to show off, I may just, do community chat. Whoever wants to come on, just a BS. We shall see. 3D Jimmy, I love my Sidewinder. I've been printing with it since before Murph. I think I got mine before Murph. Hey Carl, sporting a shirt. Sorry it's a little wrinkled. It was still in my clean clothes basket. It's going really good. The body finished, and now the head's printing, and then I'll have the wings. But it's really freaking cool color in person. Like, I don't know why on every camera, unless I use my flash, it looks like it's more brownish. But like in person, it's a deep red. But yeah, 3D Jimmy, I've had my artillery. I've got the version 1, the one that had all the problems. Surprisingly enough, I haven't had any problems with it except for the filament runout sensor. And some Z wobble on really tall prints. But I've been printing with it basically nonstop for the last 6-7 months. Tanara Petrova, switch your name. You always come in on the wrong name. Unless you want to be on this name, you're more than welcome to. Have I done auto leveling on the artillery? All right, Chris, I'll be on until at least 9. I kind of got a message about streaming so late last Sunday. Oh yeah, every printer I had because 3 of my printers are no longer functioning. And then my fail core, they all had BL touches. On my ANET A8, I tried an inductive, I tried a conductive, I tried like 5 different sensors, and I had problems with all of them. Every single one of them would like tear up my bed or tear up my bed or tear up my bed. So I switched to the BL Touch, and I've never gone back to anything else. Sean, what's wrong with it now? Awesome, your filament will get there tomorrow? Sweet. That's pretty cool since I sent it out Friday around noonish. No problem, 3D Jimmy. Oh, that's the account you have 3D Premium or YouTube Premium on? Makes sense. I have Premium on mine too. But it seems to work on my Alien 3D and my main account. Hey, what's up, Techie Dad? I hope you're feeling better. Dang, Sean, that sucks. You're finting. Oh. Red Armadillo. Is that the TPU? You had a bird with a snake dangling from its beak? Awesome. Why does that taste funky? So anyways, as since I've got some new people in, I don't have a special guest tonight. I'm gonna do open mic night. If anybody would like to come on and talk about anything they're working on, talk about any project, show off pictures, whatever, DM me on Twitter. I will send you a link to StreamYard. You can come show off your stuff. If nobody wants to come on and talk about projects, then I will just open it up to whoever wants to come in and just BS. I'm doing 3 perimeters. This is 3 perimeters, 10% infill. The head is 3 perimeters and I think 5% infill. And then the wings, I'm going to do 3 perimeters, 0% infill. You know, it's funny, since I'm not using the PEX and I'm just printing off the spring steel with hairspray, the logo that's engraved into the spring steel is coming out on all my prints. I'm gonna have to say not really. Like, on the sides, I cannot see it. On the bottom, I can not really see the infill, but I see the reflection off of the curves of the infill. And on the top, it's kind of the same. But like the top of this is weird because it's textured. So you can't really see anything. But as far as through the scales of the dragon, I cannot see it. It's so far it's not like my ooze. My ooze, you could see the infill a little more with it. No, I did not print a Red Hulk. I'm printing the Game of Thrones dragon. If I have enough filament left over, I may do a Red Hulk. Yeah, Tanny Llama was saying that he was having issues finding documentation on the SKR as well. Dragons are for sissies. Dragons would eat Hulk. Just saying. I don't care what that movie with the giant dog that he flipped over says. So far, Carl, I mean, I don't have the best lighting in here. I'll take it out to the sunlight tomorrow and see. Oh yeah, I'm definitely bringing it to Earth. I'm gonna bring the red one and the ooze one, if I can find the other wing to the ooze. I have no idea where it went. Matt says all the documentation is on GitHub. 3D Jimmy, technically I have 3 printers being designed for me. As far as me personally building a new printer, no, not at this time. Though I have been contemplating building a lot of printed parted printer with no heat bed and Z that raises and a bed on a Core XY. Fing Fang Foom's ingestion would tend to disagree. Is that the giant dog? I'm gonna pull up my Twitter messages. You know, I cleared my my browser cache today, and Twitter went back to the old layout. And it was really weird because I got used to the new layout, and now I'm back on the old layout. Hey, Devin. A 420 millimeter tall bear custom. That's cool. There's one thing I like about the artillery because it's got a 400 tall build area. I haven't printed anything that tall yet. I probably should. We'll see. Maybe I'll do some of the R5 parts on the artillery. The only thing with the version 1 artillery, though, and I have not fixed it yet, is the Z-wobble on the tall prints that I have done on it. 4 or 5 of them, anyway. Dan, I am so sorry that it came with issues. Welcome back, baby girl. I haven't had any heat creep on the artillery. Ironically, though, I just want to put this out there. I have never, ever, ever had a clog with the artillery. I've printed too fast and I've had the gear chew up the filament. But as far as a clogged nozzle, I have not had. And then Joel puts out his video today and I watch it and he talks about having a jam. 15 minutes after watching that video, it jammed. But I didn't take it all apart. I just shoved a piece of the Repcord nozzle cleaner, the biggest one, through the top of it and pushed the filament out. And then I reloaded it and started printing, and that's what's printing now. You got a version 4 and the version 1 to 3 is different. See, they told me they were sending you a version 3 and that the version 4s just got here like Friday. It just got to their warehouse on Friday. Unless it was just the board that changed and not like the version of the printer out of them. They're very confusing over there. They said they don't internally... Oh, the PC boards you bought? Gotcha. But I asked him previously. I was like, because somebody sent me an email asking what version I had. And I messaged them. I'm like, hey, somebody's asking what version they have. And they told me, well, technically, internally, we don't version our printer. I was like, okay. But at the moment, we're on version 3. And this is like a couple months ago. Like, so you don't version your printers, but you're on version 3. And then when they contacted me about version 4, they're like, hey, version 4 is going to be in stock on Friday. I was like, okay, so you're still going with the version things. You have a version 1, 3 version 3s, and 1 version 4. What's the difference in them? I really need to keep track of this stuff. And I'm still hungry. I'm going to go grab the rest of my pizza before it gets cold. Dang, it was already cold. Served me right for putting in the refrigerator. But I thought I'd be full. Version 4 has a reset button. Version 3 has a better ribbon cable path on the Z axis. Version 1 has a 3D printed extruder cover. So, do the versions after the 31 not have a 3D printed cover? Mine has the 3D printed cover. Tanny, you have the oddest names for your printers. Does yes, mine does. I think it's plastic. You'll get the version 4 though, Tanny. So, Dan, can you answer that? Yeah, I'll do. All right. The one thing I haven't looked into on mine is whether you can tighten the adjustment arm or pressure arm to apply more pressure. Equal to your Prusa MK3 as far as quality? Well, Tanny, I mean, it's you don't real. I never use my pressure arm. Um, to be honest, I use the filament eject and the filament feed button, and I never even touched that thing. I don't think. Robert Valine, thank you so much. I don't have super chat, so I don't get the cool announcements. I currently have a send and receive error on my email, so I didn't see it come in. But thank you so much, Robert. Hey, Vince. Yeah, Tanny, I've been printing with my artillery probably 80% of the last 6 months, nonstop. And I've never had a problem with it. I've bumped I've bumped the artillery down to 70 millimeters a second on mine. Because at about 100, no, I think it's at 80 millimeters a second now. At 100 millimeters a second, it was chewing up the filament. I will say, Tanny, that Alkesh One bought 3 of them through me a couple weeks ago, and he's had some issues, but I think they were the version 3s. And like after I put the order in, somebody told me that the version 3s had problems, but that they fixed the problems in the version 4. see. Well, nobody is messaging me on Twitter to show off any project. Ooh, wait. I should probably tweet out that I'm live. Huh? My assistant is slacking. It has been tweeted. Tanny, why don't you have a camera? Like, seriously, man. It's almost 2020. I'm just giving you shit. If you want to come out and talk, that's cool. I mean, Chance from Wolfworks didn't have a camera when he came on. $3D Jimmy, do you Facebook or? I'm not really big into Facebook. It's a rage fest. That's weird, Kit. I thought it processed yesterday. Yeah, Kit, it processed yesterday. It went through fine, it seems. You did Facebook once in 1973. I'm so confused by that statement. I miss MySpace when it was cool. Then they went stupid. Oh my goodness, Jimmy. Well, Tanny, I'll send you the link if you want to pop in via comms. Ever since you changed your name, it's harder to find you. If anybody else wants to come in, just do a community chat. Let me know. I'll DM you the link. You have important 3D printer stuff to do? Sure you do. It says well, oh. No, it says processing. It said the charge was complete and it's been exported to my shipping program. When it's in processing, that means that the payment went through and that it's just waiting for me to ship it. And now I'm out of pizza. Well, there's the stranger Rosa. Since she's not talking in chat. What's up, Chris Lame? Yes, Justin. The order you put in with me today is for the version 4. I need a 3D printer that does pizza. I need one of those pizza hydrators from Back to the Future, Part 2. The sucky part. I didn't like Part 2 anyway. I liked Part 1 and Part 3. The only thing I didn't like about Part 3 was the ending. When Doc showed up with the flying train. Oh man, do y'all see that freaking support moving? Son of a biscuit. Wonder if I can save it. I was really surprised that any of them actually stayed up. Because there's some long support towers, and they're not that big. Why isn't it printing on the other support tower? Oh, Prusa slicer. A lot of slicers don't make sense to me. Hey, what's up, Mr. Buttram? But a lot of slicers don't make sense to me in the sense that I would think printing the closest thing to what's currently printing would be faster. I just went from here to here and started printing, and then went here to here to start printing. But no, slicers start printing here, and then they go over here, and then they come down here, and then they go over here, and then they come down here, and then they start filling in this way, but they skipped a spot, so they go all the way back over here and fill in over here. It's like stupid. Yeah, these supports are not going to last. I don't know what to do besides get electrical tape out. Why are you trying to print so fast on that support, you derpy derp? Wow, that one's swinging really good. Justin, I print at 80 millimeters a second. Anything faster than that, and my filament usually gets chewed up. Yeah, I don't have a 3D print. I mean, I had a 3D pen, but the one that Zoltec sent me, but I gave it to my mom because the one that Chris Riley sent me, I think it only prints the whatever that really really soft filament is. So the PLA kept jamming in it. What's up, Michael Fox? Hey, Matt Johnson. Pause printing hot glue. I don't even have any hot glue for my hot glue gun. What am I printing today? I'm printing the head of the Game of Thrones dragon. Hey, that's awesome, Michael Fox. I appreciate it. I stopped in for a bit and watched you. And then I don't know what I did after that. Babe, what was I doing? I don't remember. I was talking to you, I know that. I do have gloop. I got more support wobbling. Son of a biscuit eater. Oh, my cookies. All right, taking suggestions. Playing Overwatch with Emmy. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Well, Emmy was more yelling at the game than actually playing, but where's my damn king? Look, there it is. Ugh. You think if I just put gloop down around the base of them that they'll stick? Filament sensor doing what, Justin? Well, Chris Lane, I told it to put rafts on it, on the not on the whole thing, but on the whatchamadoodads, the supports. And I thought I had told it to do 3 layers, but it looks like it only did 1. And that may have been my bad. Well, this gloop is about a year old, and it looks like it's starting to congeal. This is the one in the can, though, not in the bottle. Hang on, I gotta take my headset off. Hopefully I didn't drip any on the model. I tried not to. I'll see if that helps, though. Tried to put it on pretty thick. Back right corner was what you saw wobbling. I think I got gloop on all of them. I think. So we'll see if it helped any. Nope, that one's still freaking wobbling. Gosh darn it. Well, I think I'm just gonna roll with it. Yeah, that's not gonna be the greatest. But it's really just the horns, a couple of the horns, and spikies. Um, if I have to reprint it, I'll reprint it. Whatever. I don't think the towers themselves are gonna fall. I just think they're too skinny and too long, and it's making them wobble. Hey, what's up, Greg? Why do you have to make a second R2D2 painted silver, pink, and black? Take blue tape and wrap it around them. Like if I even touched them, um, they might break. I mean, it looks like they're actually starting to, except for that one. I opened my mouth. The rest of them that were wobbling aren't wobbling as much anymore, but that one is pretty bad. I put a crap ton of gloop around the base of it. Oh, nope. Whoa, what the? Yeah. The dragon may not be very horny. I could always clip off the horns where they, or like break them off, and then print the horns separate and glue them on. Gloop them on. Your 8-year-old niece says she needs one. Aww. Need more female dragons. Yeah, he'll just be studly instead of horny. I'll just name him Stubby. I'll have little stubs. Have I read the story about the creation of KTD2? I don't even know who KTD2 is. So that is a negative. If it wasn't in a Star Wars movie, I don't know anything about it. If it wasn't a Star Wars movie, I still probably don't remember anything. Oh, Jimmy, now you think of that one. I'm just giving you heck. That probably would have worked. I'm just gonna let it finish, and if it comes out terribly bad, then I'll reprint it. And if it's just the horns broken off, then I'll print some horns and gloop them on there. Because it's only, I think it only has like 2 major horns and like 4 to 6 tiny little nubs. See, why is it printing so slow now on them, but it was printing fast on them before? I don't understand slicers. Whatever. Staring at it isn't going to fix it? Of course it is. I'm an alien. I will it to work. It'll be fine. Yeah, it's probably the interface. And I'll print another one. It's all good. Nope, it does not always work, especially with Emmy. Oh, she does not need to practice that face anymore, Sean. R2KT. Oh, the pink one. Yeah. I read that. If you would have said the pink R2D2, I would have knew what you were talking about. She does give it to me all the time. Yeah, well, Jimmy, I really, really, really hate supports. That's why I did them the way I did them. Hopefully, the minimal supports wouldn't be that bad because it's really like all it has to do is touch a tiny little bit and then build the horn. But it wanted to be stupid. But I really, really, really hate supports. So I tried to get away with not doing them. Um, but it looks like I may have to because if I want a horny dragon. But it's fine. I mean, it's 60% complete. And I'll evaluate the damage when once it's done. And if it looks terrible, then I'll reprint it. If it doesn't and it's just the horns, then I'll just print some more horns and gloop on there. No biggie. What's the Scuttler kit? Oh, are you? Sorry, I was watching the print and not looking at StreamYard. No, I don't see you Danny. Don't worry, Carl, you didn't miss anything. Hope you didn't lose anything. No problem, Danny. Babe, family friendly stream. Don't be bad. Gotcha. Yeah, I think she should be as well, except for the fact that she's babysitting and has 3 screaming kids running around her. That sounds like tons of fun, Michael Fox. I think I'm winning my fantasy football match this week. Yeah, I stomped my opponent. Stomped. I mean, he still has 2 players that are playing tonight. But as of right now, the score is 119.76 me to 33.52 points him. Spanked. I do have to say I'm going to have to drop my Pats guy, though. I've got a Pats wide receiver, and he only scored me 6.9 points today. They stomped Miami 43-0. How the heck did he only get 6.9 points? He's getting dropped. Oh, awesome, Carl. Yeah, I only use BL touches. I don't. Inductive and capacitive sensors just. I've had the worst luck with them. Seriously? Chris, do they even do the like football pools? Not allowed to do the pooling? Like seriously, if you guys did a fantasy football league like at NFL.com between the employees, I wouldn't think the owners would be able to say squat about that. See, that's why I stopped working corporate. Because corporate just isn't for me. They're such buzzkill jerk faces. Yeah, I did see that, Michael. I saw the boxes you had and the projects you had on the table. You definitely couldn't miss those flashing UFOs. Dang, you had to adjust it every print by that much? No, that's stupid. Tanny, basically you draft players and each position, based on how they perform in the game, scores points. And and then you get matched up against another team that's in your league. And based on their players and your players and how they perform during the week, you get either a win or a loss. Well, Sean, you have less than 30 days to get it done. Electronics and all. I want to see that thing zooming around Earth. Yeah, Chris, that'll be nice. Greg, where'd you end up going getting the Evo through? Did you go directly through Ziltech? Oh, you built a shelf? Sweet. It's like I like watching every time I watch Glenn stream, he's got one UFO box in the back corner. He hasn't returned any of your calls since he offered. That sucks. Oh, what's my tweet count at? I gotta make sure that I don't go over 9,001. Ten more tweets. Michael Fox, have you been a subscriber since the beginning? I can't. Like, I don't even remember anymore. I used to remember everybody the first couple months. I used to remember every filament that was in every UFO up until about month 14, 13, 14. And then it just got to be too many. Now, Chris, are you going to do pre-orders instead of Kickstarter? Gotcha. That makes sense, Greg. Yeah, I can't remember which one. Was it the 300 by 300 that everybody was after? I appreciate it, Ryan. So far for the October box, I've got the I've got 3 filaments already here, and I've got the candy. The boxes are ordered. The 4th filament, I will put the order in this week. The bonus gift will be arrived Friday, and then the accessories I'll be putting an order in this week as well. Hey, what's up, Viking? You've been with me since I was on Fun in the Country Basement from Glenn's house. Sweet. I think that was shortly before Earth, right? A month or 2 before Earth, I think. Viking, do you want to come on? Since nobody else wants to join me tonight. All right, well, I DM'd you the link. Oh, here's Tanny.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, what's up?
A lot.
Hey, Chris.
Got, got my URL set up with email. So, I've got Office 365 all set up on my fantasymadetangible.com domain.
Is Tanny breaking up for anybody else, or is it just me? Sometimes my connection goes stupid. Chris Lane, if you want to just come on and BS tonight and do an official Venturi one at the end of the month, that would be cool. I just sent you a link, Chris. Yeah, Jimmy, they usually, once they get to a certain point, they'll stabilize once they start connecting to the main model or each other. What does the box cover look like on the UFO box for October? I don't have the boxes in yet, so... Tanny, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's just fine.
All right, people are saying your audio's bad. Sounds like you're cutting in and out or something.
Yeah, I'm sure that. I'm using a Bluetooth headset, so...
Let's see, where we go.
Hello.
Hey, Chris.
So let me minimize so I don't get confused here.
Yeah, I always just pop out chat and then close YouTube.
Yeah. Let me go back to that. So I don't have any printers in the background. I have a lot of parts around here, though. That's now one of them.
Oh, sweet. Now, are you just gonna do 3D printed parts for most of it, holding it together, or is that
No, actually, this was 3D printed just for testing fitment of the tool changer, since I don't actually have a tool changer like the E3D official one.
right?
But they released all the files, so I can at least make sure fitment is correct
Oh, sweet.
for ours. Because basically, what I'm going to do for anybody that's not familiar with what I'm doing, for the Venturi 3D printer we're doing this year, it is going to be tool changer compatible, but not tool changer itself yet. So it'll be pretty close to what E3D offers, but a much lower cost, hopefully. And then people can add tool changing parts as needed. For one thing, E3D isn't actually selling the individual parts yet. They're still back ordered on their beta kits. So
Sweet. Well, that'd be something to look forward to. Are you gonna have tool changer on it at Earth?
not specifically. However, I've got a couple things planned. I'm going to show the like a connectivity, and also I've got Tinkers, who is bringing a part of his tool changer with him, and then we can kind of display that it should match up and everything. So
Sweet.
Yep.
I won't ask you too many questions tonight about the printer. 'Cause
No, that's
I know
fine.
We were gonna schedule a
Yeah,
official talk.
I'm also working with the linear rail, just doing some fitment testing on stuff like that.
That looks like my linear rail.
But yeah, I think the big cool thing that we're doing on this one is that the Z-axis is going to be cantilever, sort of like the E3D tool changer, except it's going to be 42 millimeter linear rail.
Uh-huh.
So it's going to be really wide. It's going to be, this is like a, as I'm waiting for the rail to come in, I was printing this as the block. So you can see how wide that is. So that's going to be a very stable bed.
Awesome.
Yep.
How are you going to handle bed leveling?
Probably it's all duet Wi-Fi with VL Touch most likely. Although I guess there's some other similar types of leveling equipment that people are using now. But a VL Touch usually seems to work pretty well.
Yeah, the BL Touch clones that are out there.
I haven't used any clones. I'm using an official one. But I know you're talking about they're not really clones. Like I think on the new tool changer, they have a different type of just sensor that they're using, but it's not really a clone per se.
Gotcha.
And then I think Duet is actually working with one as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen the BL Touches since they turned to version 3s.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they look like now.
I think the only difference is it's a plastic piece at the end instead of a metal piece.
Well, that was in the version 2. Was it
two?
plastic?
Okay, gotcha.
So, and I don't like the plastic ones at all.
Yeah.
Like the one on my rail core here, it got caught on a part and now it's bent. And I just adjusted the axis in the config file, even though I have extra tips that I could just swap it out with. What's up, Julie Jolly?
Yeah. I guess I saw the first gen ones then because I don't have one of the newer ones with the plastic tips. So
Yeah, I like the very first one I got was a metal tip on my ANET. And it's... Oh yeah, I forgot that one went bad and I replaced it with the plastic one. It just stopped responding and then my nozzle just kept crashing into the bed.
yeah,
Like,
that's better. So that's the basics. 300 by 200 by 350 ish build volume. Might be a little bit taller.
now, why'd you go with the odd instead of the square bed? Why'd you go with the rectangle?
It's E3D is that's what they're using for their tool changer, and I'm mostly basing mine off of theirs.
Gotcha.
Interestingly, there is another company called OpenRail that is using a cantilever 300 by 300 bed. I believe they were at Murph, and they are offering a full tool changer soon. I just think a 300 by 300 on a cantilever seems to be a bit much, but I haven't tested it myself.
Yeah, after I get the Tesseract out, I think I want to go for a 500 cube.
Yeah, I like the simplicity of just having one part of the Z, and the printer itself is going to look very simple, even though it's going to look also very robust, because it's going to have 3060s and 3090s. Oh yeah,
Dang.
it's going to be very robust.
Now, are you open sourcing it or are you proprietary?
It's going to be open source, definitely. Although getting, like, we're going to have a carbon fiber mount for the carriage, just like the original E3D tool changer has, and a couple of custom aluminum cut parts, stuff like that. So you can do it yourself, but we'll probably offer parts separately to. What I really want to do is offer a bare bones kit that has the motion system and everything, and then you can add your own main board and power supply, hot end, stuff like that, and do something a lot cheaper if you want, and play with your own stuff.
Now, you and I have been talking, over a year now, I think it's been.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know back the Venturi, for those who don't know about you, that you were planning on last year. Are you still going to be doing the like offering the models and everything pre?
I did like a Twitter post about this actually a couple days ago. For those who don't know what I had last year, basically my original printer design was going to be a modified version of the original Prusa multi-material unit, the 1.0, but modified to be a bit more reliable. And we went to both Murph and Earth last year with that, and there was a couple of things that happened. Basically, I got to a point where we did a Kickstarter, and we were about $11,000 in, which was good. We got $11,000 of people, but we wanted to get like 160. The reason why is because we wanted to be able to have enough of staff to do what we call the 1,000 models that you can print yourself, and have that curated and tested. So not like Thingiverse or Prusa online catalog they have now, where people randomly upload things and you don't know whether it will print correctly or not. Our plan was to have it where we tested it, and as long as you use the right filament, where you scan the filament with a QR code, stuff like that, not proprietary, but something that it recognized what kind of filament you had, the code would change, the G code would change on the fly based on what filament you had in the printer. So those types of things, can still be done. But since we're not doing a Kickstarter and we're not trying to raise a lot of money this time, it's not going to be the initial thing that we're doing. It's more like, here's a tool changer compatible printer that will have a good interface. We're going to use a Duet, but we're going to have a customer interface to make it easier to use. And basically, once we get started and established, then we can work towards that as the next goal.
Right. Cool. Well, I'm glad that you decided, like, even if it's not going to be something that you start off with, I'm glad you decided to stick with that idea for maybe a future expansion offering, because I thought it was cool, and me and you talked about how to handle the changing the code on the fly and all that. So
yeah, it's actually very basic. If you use basically like SQL, it's text. Right. G code is text, so it's very simple to replace that, and something I hadn't seen many other companies try to do anything with. So I thought that was a novel idea. Of course, at the time we were going to partner with like eSun for their filaments, and then kind of like allow people to copy like a QR code to put on their own filaments or just choose generic PLA, generic PTG, something like that, so it knows what temperature to print at.
Right.
But I think eventually, if 3D printing is going to grow past the hobbyist phase for consumers, that it has to have a print, push a button, get a print option.
Right.
And we're slowly moving towards that. And maybe eventually the slicers will be good enough where you don't have to do anything. You just put it in, it slices it, and it does it for you, without having to really make any changes to your settings. But right now, it's not quite there yet. And I think having a known and quantity when you print it out that it's already been tested on like same exact hardware is the way to go.
Mm-hmm. There's one thing since me and you had discussed that last year, one thing I thought would be cool, like Filament Frenzy, I don't know how he has time for a full-time job and tweaking all of his printer profiles, but I thought it would be cool. Have a good one, Carl. I thought it would be cool if you could take your G-code file after it's already come off your slicer, upload it to a site, and have it fix the G-code. Based on your printer. Like you put in your printer dimensions, it could probably actually detect it from the G-code. But put in your printer dimensions and put in what filament you're using and have it optimize your G-code based on like a Filament Frenzy profile or something.
Right.
And then there's another guy, Corey from Liquid Dirt 3D. He has been working with G-code for like years and years and years. So what he says he does is he slices something and then he goes through the G-code and removes a lot of like unnecessary movements and things like that, so that when he puts it on his print farm, it prints out his models as fast as possible without all the extra junk.
Hey, that's an idea for that Vinci competition.
Right.
Nobody heard that. But yeah, that was definitely something I really wanted to get into more of that after, and we can definitely do that later on as well, is what other things can be edited in G-code after you've sliced the model. Because, like I said, since it's a text file, you could theoretically do a lot of things if you have a good algorithm that you can confirm and modify different things. Of course, speed, temperature, stuff like that, whether you have a raft, whether you have... I was even thinking, I posted this on Twitter a couple weeks ago, something a little bit different, but something that I thought about is we talk about these belt systems and these continuous printing, and I bet Ultimaker's coming out with something in a couple weeks talking about continuous printing also, but something in a G-code, like let's say you have a raft, and each raft is designed that on one corner of it has a opening, and it's designed that it prints on a certain part of the bed, and then at one point there is basically like almost like a spatula or knife that pushes it off the print bed. Right. That could be done theoretically. So something like that, if you wanted to have a continuously printing thing that just knows exactly where that portion of the raft is and prints it, takes it off every time.
Well, there was this bed surface, and I've talked about it a lot, but their website's down now, so I don't know what happened to them. But PrintBite is the surface that I used for over a year, and it was like kind of a mirror finish. It was black, and while you were printing with it, and I only ever printed with PLA, PETG, and ABS, but while you were printing with it, I mean, it was stuck. It wasn't moving. And then once the bed cooled, it would just, like, you could blow on it, and the parts would release. So it was my... Yeah. What's that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess depending on what your print surface is and how easy it is to remove, that's always a difficulty. Getting it to stick really well until it's finished, and then getting it not to stick really well.
Yeah,
That's always
and that's why I love this stuff, because like when I was printing the giant alien parts,
Mhm.
I had posted some pictures about prints I was doing, and there were angles like that, and it was only 1 centimeter wide, and I had some angles like that, and it would stick, and then as soon as the bed cooled, they'd
Mhm.
fall.
Wow.
So I mean, it was great, but
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to them, because I went to order one for my fail core, and they're no longer around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Greg's Picker Corner. That was there was a benchy somebody posted from Railcore. I think it was Tony Akins. He did a 19-minute benchy from this Railcore. That was like, that's going to be some tough competition.
well, I thought he was talking about Tinkers, because Tinkers posted one, I think one at 19 minutes and one at 26 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, I saw those also. Is the nozzle size? I wonder if it'd be good to put like a 0.5 or something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna participate, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the rules.
I'm just thinking. I don't know if I'm going to, depending on how my printer. I mean, literally, my printer is going to be finished the week before we have to ship it. I want to ship it over to Earth separately. So I want to have like a week to finish building everything. So.
Cutting it tight.
Oh yeah, always, every year, every festival, it's the same thing.
Well, this year, this is my first Earth. I had initially planned on doing all the mini aliens for all the filaments that I don't have them for yet,
Mhm.
and putting them in display cases, and showing them. And then I got to pricing the display cases, and I was like, "Holy cow!" And so I still probably gonna bring all those ones, but I don't think I'm gonna bring everything I had.
Just get some custom cut acrylic and like glue it together or something. That might be.
Yeah, I could probably do that too.
Yeah. Because I've been doing a lot of acrylic because my printer has acrylic sides, acrylic back sides, and front doors. It's going to be on there, and then aluminum base, and the electronics. Unlike the tool changer, the electronics are going to be in the base, and expandable. Like it's going to come with the Duet Wi-Fi, and then you can add on your DueX5 later on. So, one of the differences we have.
Sean Butler says 0.6 nozzle, linear advance, clean G code.
Yeah. See, I wonder on the judging how they're going to, if you have a 0.6 nozzle, how they're going to factor that in with the layer lines and stuff like that. Because I mean, you could do a 1 millimeter nozzle and make a super fast, super fast benchy. But
yeah,
I have a feeling that this is going to be like an experimental one, and then next year we're going to have a really good judging. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay, 0.4. Okay.
Oh, you think this it has to be 0.4? Gotcha. What are you saying 0.6 for then, mister?
Yeah, I knew it was. Well, I knew they were going to be providing the filament. The filament's provided, so you can't use your own. And then somebody said that they're going to have a best print of the festival for like a completely different thing. And I was like, does that include resin prints? Because if it's a resin print, that's gonna.
Yeah, it's first I heard about it because they were on the Friday night maker chat or whatever community chat a couple weeks ago, last week, and I don't recall hearing about that.
Yeah, I heard about 2 or 3 days ago. And I forget who it was that was mentioning it.
I know they contacted me, asked me if I wanted to give out any kind of door prizes. So I'm donating some Alien Ooze, Probed Green, War Red, and a couple months of UFO boxes.
Somebody should 3D print some doors as a door prize. Here you go. Oh yeah, print and play. That's what it was. Now I remember. I can't believe he's taking that whole arcade cabinet again. I wonder how he's transporting that thing.
Doesn't he drive down?
I guess so. I mean, that's probably the only way you could normally, unless you ship it over. But I'm flying up this time. I'm not driving. So that's one of the reasons I'm shipping it up there.
Yeah, I'm driving. I have a lot of filament to bring with me, so.
Oh, I'm sure it comes apart. I'm just saying it's still a massive thing. And since I didn't go to Murph, I didn't get to play it in person. But yeah, I definitely want to see that.
Look at Matt Johnson telling people how to cheat. Drill it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tanny bought a 0.6 nozzle from me last week, and afterwards he was like, "Oh shoot, I think I was meant to get a 0.4." I'm like, really? The only difference between a 0.4 and a 0.6 is you'll just have wider layers.
Mm-hmm.
You can still do the same layer height and everything.
Yeah. I saw some people that were like for miniatures. They were like a Creality Ender 3, and they were tuning the layer lines like at a 0.08 or 08 to make it really precise on the Z height, and it was really nice looking. But yeah, I've had like this. This is carbon fiber PETG atomic filament. Prints great on CR10 at 0.1, but I couldn't get 0.3 to work at all. Like it really destroyed the print
Wow,
for some
really?
reason. Yeah, but
That's
0.1, this is super nice. I love this carbon fiber PGG. So nice, and it's super. You can barely see how tiny this is. I can barely push at all.
Dang.
Yeah, and this is like 40% infill. I mean, it's not much, but
right.
Of course,
well, you got to think those thin parts of the corners, anyways. They wouldn't really have.
They wouldn't have infill, but that's what that really cool thing Stefan was talking about. I don't know if you saw the last. I think it was the last Meltzone podcast where he was mentioning the whole difference between infill versus layers or shells, and how infill doesn't really matter for most cases. And he's right. He had a whole video previously about it. That the amount of shells you have is a much more important thing in most prints.
Right, and all really infill does is keep the top layers of your model from falling in.
Right, or if you have something that's pushing just in the middle that you have to worry about. Yeah.
Right, as far as structural for functionality, then yeah. But I mean, for the rest of us that only print for artsy stuff, the only reason you need infill is to hold up the top layers.
Yeah. But it's been a theory or myth for a while that, the infill is really important. But he's right. It makes sense. And he's done all the testing, obviously, because he's got that awesome testing rig. Him and Tom do some awesome testing for things, So, Greg, yes, this is a 2040 extrusion. I was just testing it to have something to play with. And also, I would love to eventually do a full printer like Walter's that's fully 3D printed with print extrusions, like this type of material.
That would be awesome.
That would be. I just don't have time right now.
Yeah, that would definitely take some long.
But it would be light. That would be super light compared to this crap I'm printing with or putting together. It's gonna be like 50 pounds, I bet. I don't know. This I printed like this would be flat part, so it was printed like this.
Yeah, I would be
And-
afraid that it would once, like, just say like Walter. I can't remember if he printed his. I think he did because he used
Yeah, he had a
his
vertical.
tornado. He had his tornado, right? So he printed it vertical, and I'd be afraid like if your bed moved that it would get knocked over.
Well, his original, the i3, I think he printed on a different i3 style printer, the first one. For his Core XY, I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Viking.
Hi.
Viking.
Woo. What's up?
Not much. Did you have fun with your girlfriend?
I did. No details.
No detail. I don't want any detail. You perv.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you printing?
I'm printing the Game of Thrones dragon
He thinks he's printing that.
on one printer, and then,
That's on that new filament you just got, right?
Yeah,
That filament looks amazing.
and
does.
the new War Red,
Wow.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
nice.
and I'm sad though. Like on camera, it looks more brown than what it actually is. It's really a deep
Yeah.
blood red, and it's
Yeah.
got a lot of shine to it. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Some great for some Halloween stuff.
Yeah. I still like the ooze more, though. I want to
Yeah.
ooze.
You should have T-shirts with that. I want the ooze.
Yeah.
What's that?
T-shirts that I said I want the ooze.
Well, I have the stickers now. Ooze runs through my veins. I don't know if you saw those. But I'm gonna put those on a T-shirt as well.
Cool. Good stuff.
And actually, I don't know. I hope it wasn't the jaw. But it looks like one of the support towers just stopped printing.
That might be a good thing.
Well, no, because now I have a bunch of droopy filament underneath where a horn is supposed to be.
Yeah.
What did you slice it with?
Prusa slicer.
Okay.
I tested it a bit, but haven't used it much.
I mean, sometimes I'll just go in and make my own supports for stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes easier to do that if you know exactly where you need supports and don't need them other places.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I manually placed the
Oh, okay.
supports. But like some of them just were too thin and they got
So
wobbly.
you have no one to blame but yourself. Okay, I see how it is.
Yeah, pretty much. But hang on, let me show you guys. Let me unwrap the cord.
Sean says probe it till it oozes. I just wanted to make sure you saw that.
Yeah.
Where's my cord? But if you look right there, the tower just stopped printing. And obviously it's not clogged because everywhere else it's still printing.
How
But
did
right
that-
there, the tower.
Did you take a look at the preview?
But now that I'm looking back here,
Did
I
it fall?
think it felt the top of the tower might have broke off.
Yeah, maybe.
So now I got some a droopy horn right there.
Oh, that sucks.
But that's fine as long as the teeth and the head and the jaw come out good. I'm happy because the horns I can always cut off and
Yeah. Good.
and replace the horns on them, so it's not a huge deal.
Oh, good. I got a Drogon here as well. Tiny one.
Oh, you got the tiny one. This is the one I'm.
Let's see.
What was that
This
printed on?
Anycubic Photon.
Okay, so Horizon.
Yeah.
I figured.
Yeah, I gotta
went to
find the
private.
other. I gotta find the other wing that broke off. It's probably over there on the floor behind the shelf. But
Yeah, that's cool.
I figure I'll have one in ooze and one in the war red, and have them sit next to each other, facing each other.
Yeah.
But really, the jaw and the teeth are what I want to come out perfect. Because
Yeah,
if those
teeth
don't,
are hard.
then it
The
sucks.
teeth are.
But the horns, I mean, even on this one, not all the horns came out right.
No. It's worse with the teeth. Can't even see, almost even see the teeth on this one. It's all so tiny.
Right. There's one I saw somebody it showed like the dragon is flying and then it's got the breath going up against a wall, and
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's mounted in a way to where that was really cool. I want to find the
Sure.
model in print.
Yeah, I think I saw it somewhere, but I see sitting everywhere. So
Looks like there's this really, really cool fancy skull that I saw somebody print like 2-3 months ago. And I was gonna do a skull in the War Red, but I couldn't find that one. I found a bunch of other fancy skulls,
Yeah.
but that one in particular I couldn't find, and it was the coolest one I had seen.
lots of
And
details, intricate.
I bet you it was a Filament Frenzy print.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go through his media timeline.
lots of stuff there.
Does anybody know? I need to ask Tom, because like Joel today mentioned that he got the Artillery Sidewinder 3D printer profile from Tom, and I went to Tom's website and he doesn't have any profiles up on his website anymore. So I'm trying to figure out where the heck people are getting his profiles now.
I don't know.
Mm.
I think I saw someone posted something on Twitter about the profiles, not necessarily where they got them, but it might have been Tom.
Yeah, Tom's everywhere. The 2 bottles of Gatorade I drank is catching up to me, so I'm gonna minimize myself for a minute and let y'all talk.
Yeah. So how's the printer going?
It's building. See, I usually print parts for stuff and nothing too exciting, so
Oh yeah.
it's just 3D profiles. I'm looking on his site right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't go anywhere.
Then they don't listen, Rosa. I talked a lot before. Okay, I'm not the biggest talker, I know. You probably heard me babbling with my accent and stuff.
Nope. It's the link doesn't go anywhere apparently. So
Oh.
that could be just a broken link on the website, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. This is the Google search show.
Yeah, it's tough to find because there's so many different kinds of skulls. It's tough to say, oh, that's the one you're looking for. It's like,
Yeah.
what exactly does it look like?
I think Trajan or something on Twitter has made some cool ones. Let's see if I can find them. Trajan? Yeah, Trajan 1990. Let's see. It's got some cool stuff. I'm missing my helmet. Just a sec. I need to have it on at least once during stream.
It's historically inaccurate. Sorry.
I know. The horns.
The horns.
Yeah. But that's how people know Vikings,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
we need it. And he's back.
Yeah, my dang Joel Telling cursed me today, I swear. This same part that clogged on me after watching his video just clogged on me again.
No.
Haven't had it clog in 6 months. Now I'm gonna have to tear it apart.
Yeah.
I'm just wasting filament.
I had a Sapphire clog the other day, but I fixed it now.
I've heard a
Hard
lot of
clog.
those sapphires. No, it's not the rail core that clogged. It's the artillery sidewinder. And it was funny because Joel Telling said it's a great printer. Yes, I suggest it. However, it clogged and has a crappy PTFE tube in the core.
Yeah.
And I've never had this clog in 6 months that I've been using it. And I watched his video, and 15 minutes later, that part clogged. And so I restarted the part, and it's probably about 75% done, and it clogged.
Oh, I hate clogs.
Yeah.
I had a few lately. My tornado is clogged too after the direct conversion. Direct drive.
I'll just have to take it apart and
Yeah.
as soon as. By the way, all you artillery wannabe owners, to my knowledge, it's hard to get replacement parts for the artillery sidewinder. I was just told by artillery last week that I could start reselling replacement parts for them. So I'm just saving up money to get an order from them. They sent me their price sheets and everything. So
Cool.
maybe after Earth I'll be carrying artillery replacement parts.
Good stuff.
Or where's the new name of it? The new
What?
company? I saw Joel's video.
Oh, I don't know what they're called now. It starts
Oh,
with an E.
So,
But it makes sense. Like, we can't send artillery through customs.
Evanovo. It's the new name.
Evanovo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like artillery better.
Yeah. Me
Yeah,
too.
right.
Yeah, Greg. The Triangle Labs clones are good. The physics is also pretty good, but not that high quality as Triangle Labs.
I want to
So-
try
Mellow.
one of the new Nova hot ends.
No, Nova.
Yeah, from 3D Passion.
Yeah, I saw that 3D Printman. The 3D Printman got one. He said. So there's that one. There's Maker Swiss. There's Mosquito. I mean, there's a couple of them coming out now. Or Micro Swiss. Sorry. So how is your Mosquito treat?
Since I slowed down prints on PLA, because I was printing at 100 millimeters a second with PETG,
Mhm.
And I wasn't having any problems. Then I switched to PLA, and it was clogging really bad. I slowed it down to 80 millimeters a second. It seems to be doing good.
Yeah. Are you still using the Euler?
Yeah, oh shoot, did I? Nope. It's still on there. It's just covered up by the wire. But why is that sinking down like that? This is another issue I have with the rail core is that the cable holder comes off, and I do believe if you guys saw my failed tweet in the copper bronze of the big tower I was doing, I think it's because the wire harness came unclipped
Oh, yeah.
and got hooked on one of the corners and
Yeah.
pushed the magnet bed to the side. because everything was off by like that far. It was like it shifted by like 2 inches.
That's a good shift.
Hey, what's up, Lightspeed? I think Tanny didn't. Oh no, he's back. I thought Tanny said he was quitting. He's still there.
Yeah. Yesterday's paint job I did. It's not finished, but getting
Is it a Smurf house?
a fairy house for my
A fairy
girlfriend.
house. Oh
And
yeah, it'd be a.
she wanted pink, so she got pink.
I'm gonna make you bigger.
Yeah. Let's see.
Looking nice.
I'll probably have green on the gray down there.
Hmm.
The emerald grass.
Yeah.
I need more details here and there. But it's getting there.
Yep.
So your
that's cool.
girlfriend's got you printing all kinds or painting all kinds of stuff lately, huh?
Yeah. I do ask her though, what do you want? and she'll get it. Now Rosa wants to.
So going back, I don't know if having a mosquito, unless you're doing more exotic materials that need higher temperatures, if it's really worth it.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I think the regular mosquito is for the lower end temps, isn't it? And then the magnums for the higher end temps.
I thought the
but
magnums were like their volcano kind of
I
faster,
originally
bigger.
right. I originally had the regular mosquito on here, and I was having problem after problem after problem with it, and so I replaced it with the Magnum, and I sent Carl the mosquito. Well, what was left of it, and I forgot to ask him if he actually put it on anything yet, how it's working out for him. But yeah, when I first got this, I printed like a week and a half with Pet G, and it was working just fine. And,
yeah, light speed. That's what I thought. It's more volume, not higher temps, because that's the mosquitoes should already be for higher temps. So that's what I'm saying, because you're paying like 200 plus if you buy all the accessories to run the mosquito, versus what 70 for a G6. Like I said, that's
and I wonder if it's just for like higher flow of better materials, anything besides PLA, because apparently PLA
yeah,
and all metal hot ends just don't
it's
want
not
to.
as easy.
Oh.
Yeah,
I had so much trouble with my Micro Swiss. Oh, that was the first one I tried mounting though, and that was after having a printer a month. I maybe could have got it to work now, but I don't want to. It's in the drawer and probably stay there.
Oh, Chris, that might be the one. I think it's different than the one I'm thinking of, but that one does look really cool.
okay, cool. Yeah, I just did a random search for a 3D printed skull. I had no idea, because it's like I was saying, it's really hard to say what skull is. There's so many kinds out there for 3D printing. So
Yeah, there are. This guy does a lot of cool prints.
So Lightspeed will never buy another E3D product. That's interesting.
Who's that?
Lightspeed. So what happened, Lightspeed? What happened with their E3D stuff? Just so you know, Biden's probably going to come stop with the V6, standard V6. So if people have any upgrades, we're probably going to have upgrade options as well on the website once we get everything going. Oh no, it's Glenn. Everybody hide.
Glenn!
Man, woohoo!
Why don't you like any of us, Glenn? We love you.
Ah, okay.
Yep, that is Glenn with 2 N's.
It is.
No problem, Glenn. I appreciate you popping in. Really really annoyed at that printer now.
Yeah, that sucks.
Welcome back, Chris Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
If you want ice cream, babe, go get some ice cream. I finished off my ice cream today. Man, I don't know what is this guy printing with, because his prints look amazing. Oh, no wonder it's SLA.
Who's that?
The 3D print man on Twitter. He's got some
I sent you
super smooth detailed prints, and then I noticed it was a SLA Anycubic photon.
Yeah, I sent you a link to Trojan, or what? How you say it? He's got some cool prints too. Doing skulls.
The 3D print man. People are getting so creative with their names on Twitter.
Well, I told Rosa that I was going to get our daughter into 3D printing, and told her she was going to be the 3D princess. So I went ahead and created a Twitter account for her for when she gets older. I was just going to do 3D princess, but somebody else has it, and they never post on it. So I'm like, jerks.
Yes, I hate that. I've had that a couple times.
Just it says. Chris, these are the Biodynamic DT770. I like them. They're great.
It's like driving a Honda after owning a Mercedes. What do you use now, Lightspeed? You can print PEKK on the Mosquito. I don't know what PEKK is.
It's like peak, but still different. I think that was one of the materials they discussed on that Joel when he went to the Rapid TCT show. I think they were talking about the differences. But super high heat material, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So he switched to Mosquitoes on all of his printers.
That's a lot of money.
Now, Lightspeed.
Depending on how many printers.
Yeah.
Of course.
For a tool
print
changer.
with PLA.
4 Mosquitoes on a tool changer would be like $1,000.
Yeah. Sweet, Chris.
So yeah, I'm hoping to have some accessories, parts on our website for sale eventually as well, that people can do upgrades and all that fun stuff. So.
Why, Rosa? Have you only seen me when I'm really tired? I can get a bit silent then, or when it's all other guys talking way or too much.
Tech Titan, not 3D Princess, 3D Princess.
Princess.
With the T.
I usually talk, Rosa. Unless George is talking all the time and I can't get any word in.
Do what? I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
Lightspeed, yes, I am still bringing a printer. If you missed earlier on the stream, you can check out Venturi3D.com to get some information on it. It will be at IRF. I am building it right now, waiting for a whole bunch of parts to come in the next 2 weeks. So I want to have very short time to get it all together and test it. But that's how it always happens. So
that's right, Ryan.
Why are you in shock that Viking's talking? Every time I've seen Viking in a stream, he's talking.
I don't
What was that? It was about a month ago you were streaming with me, right? And we ended up staying up really late.
Yeah, I talked 2 hours after the stream or something. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, a month and a half ago or something.
So Josh, you didn't go to Earth last year. It is going to be really nice. Last year wasn't that crowded, so I think that was kind of nice that we had extra space. I mean, compared to Murph, which Murph has, it's the king, but as far as space goes, you're just cramped.
Well, here's the thing with Earth. Earth, I love the fact that they actually laid out the tables, they made a map, and they assigned people tables so you know where you're going when you get there. When I got to Murph, it was a giant cluster of craziness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And where I ended up, I liked my spot for the most part, but it was on this part of the wall that came out, so I couldn't actually have a behind the table area. All I had was the table against the wall. And pretty much all the other tables, they actually had space behind their tables so they could hide or sit or chill out or whatever.
I want to go to both Murph and Earth, but it's too far. It's going to be real expensive.
Got to go out and get on your Viking boat and start heading out now.
Yeah, I think probably be late anyways. I'll probably make Murph though, not Earth.
Yeah, I missed Murph this year. They had to use fully 2 buildings, right?
Murph?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had 2 buildings.
2 buildings completely full. Yeah. Because I think last year they had just a little tiny bit of people on the one, and then they had the presentations going on there. But yeah.
Yeah, Greg, I was by the concession. The concession was behind me, and I got into an altercation with a lady.
Yeah.
That I still don't understand, because there were 3 doors. You don't need this one. Why do you have to push my alien over, you jerk?
Some people.
Yeah.
How's the sound, by the way? I had some problem with my blue
No,
microphone.
you sound fine.
Sounds
to
good to me.
Yeah.
That's the best microphone I have, so I want to use it.
There was a lady kind of angry in the morning selling the donut. I wonder if it was the same lady. I don't know. All I know is she came out and she asked me to move the giant alien, and I told her no. Because I had permission from Chris to put it there.
Yeah.
And after an exchange of a few words, she pushed the alien over while it was upside down.
Wow.
And it had parts on it and stuff that were just sitting on there, and she just pushed it over, and I'm like, seriously? And she's like, well, that's what's going to happen. And I'm like, no, you did that on purpose. Nobody else in here is going to do that because we all respect each other.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, I'm going to go talk to Chris. I'm like, have fun. Never heard from her again.
See you, Michael.
Have a good one, Michael Fox.
Michael.
Hey, Chris Galata.
Chris.
Welcome back. Didn't you come in earlier? Where'd you go?
Yeah, were you here earlier? So Lightspeed, yeah, if you have my Twitter, I posted a thing all about the differences between last year and this year. The short version is I'm not doing Kickstarter, so I'm not going to have a whole lot of money up front to do all the things I was going to do last year. So that's it.
Chris Galata, you should join us as well.
Yeah, jump on. Have Llama been on the stream?
What's that?
Have the Llama been on the stream yet?
I don't think I've seen Llama yet.
Send him a message and see if he'll.
So the Chris's are coming in now. Chris.
Yeah.
We're gonna get all the curses.
If we get the llama as well, that's 2 times.
Speaking of Chris Freeze, I haven't seen any updates to that face hugger. And I got so used to the new Twitter, and then today, for some reason, after I cleaned out my browser cookies and restarted my browser, it went back to the old layout. And
I downloaded the thing like the first day that would revert it back to the old layout. But I now can't copy and paste into Twitter any text. So I don't know if that's why, but it will not let me copy and paste anything.
pretty much all plastic is flammable, isn't it?
Flammable, inflammable.
You hold the lighter to it, it'll catch on fire.
Probably.
Actually, Maker's News did an outdoor trying to catch prints on fire a few years ago. But those are finished prints. I don't know if it's going to make a difference or anything. But yeah.
Pet G is self-extinguishing. It may be. I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried melting Pet G on purpose. I've caught PLA on fire quite a few times to like fill in holes. I mean, on purpose.
Yeah.
Let's try live on stream to Pet G.
Yeah.
I don't think I should do it. It's the middle of the night here, so I'll wake everyone around me if the fire alarm goes.
I know I had some probed green sitting here. Where the heck did it go? Here it is. I don't know if it'll light very well with my ceiling fan. I may need to turn it on.
I got 9-1 dialed. Let me know if I need to finish that. 9-1. Okay.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Don't get burning plastic on your hands. That's a nice tip.
It's definitely gonna leave a mark.
Yeah.
So I think it went out because I jumped. So we're gonna have to
Do on it or something. Yeah. Move your hands this time.
Well, what I did is I have a glass plate here.
Yeah.
And I went to reach for the glass plate to pull it over so it would catch it if it dripped.
Yeah.
And it dripped on my hand.
You didn't need a glass plate.
Hang on, I'm going to turn my ceiling fan off.
And the smoke alarm. And
yeah.
Josh giving into the peer pressure.
Hey, in the name of science.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, so this is probed green, and it's like it's not staying lit. As soon as it drips, the flame drips off, and then it stops.
Try to bigger print.
So I mean, I guess you can consider that as self-extinguishing.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's everything below it's on
Yeah.
fire before it does that. Yeah.
Try the curtains.
Try the I don't have curtains, Chris.
Well, if Brian Wines was here, he'd probably have some nice suggestions. You need an ice pack?
I'm pretty sure I lost a couple layers of skin.
Yeah. That burns.
All in the name of science.
Yeah.
What else do we have? We've got some ASA. Does ASA burn?
Yeah. There's no alien streams without using ow or something. Oh, that burns! Oh, that's hot.
I'm gonna move the plate over here first.
Yeah. If that burnt blisters, it will soon ooze.
All right, so ASA
is burning.
is definitely flammable
Yeah.
and shooting out some sparky
Yeah,
looking things.
I'm sure that's non-toxic too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not so sure. How about PTFE tube? Don't do it. That's toxic when too hot.
Yeah.
I have a little black thing floating around my room now.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of does it blend, does it burn?
It's kind of cool.
You sure it's in the room and not just something you're seeing as a vision or something?
No, it's like
Yeah,
actual, there's like little black carbon things floating
seen
around my room.
I've seen those before too. It's cool.
Don't burn ASA. I wouldn't suggest it.
It's like ABS, only worse.
There's like little black carbon things floating around my room now. They're just, it's kind of cool. I like it.
Are you getting stoned?
You're talking to-
All right, we got some white PLA here. I know PLA is flammable. Look what you started, Greg.
Little cancer fairies.
So PLA is more of a slow burn,
Yeah.
but it definitely does not stop. Try some gloop now. I think I'll stay away from that one.
Let me try some resin. No.
I do not have pet birds.
That's good.
Burning ASA gives you visions. Look for the UFOs. Like
Was it
little
black-
cancer fairies.
Was it black UFOs running around the room?
Yeah, if you want to go into a cave and you need a burning solution to keep stuff lit, take PLA with you.
Hi, Rod.
Then again, the ASA burned a lot brighter, but it left behind floating little black thingies
Consider
that are now
combinating,
cruising around my room.
combining.
Hey, what's up, Canadian Maker Project?
Very appealing.
You just missed all the fun.
Yeah. George is done from burning ASA.
Yeah, we learned something. I don't know what other. I might have some ABS somewhere,
No, don't burn that.
though.
Yeah,
I
don't
don't
burn
know.
that.
I don't know where. What is glow in the dark considered? That stuff's called is PLA, right?
Yeah, but I don't think I would burn that. Probably not healthy.
Jeez, y'all ruin all the fun time.
Yeah. Yeah. How about the hairspray over there?
I used to do that as a teenager. Don't
Yeah.
make me turn the lights off.
I may or may not
I
have
will.
done that.
I
Yeah.
did too.
I may or may not have done that.
We will have flamethrowers going on
Yeah.
Alien After Dark tonight.
Yeah.
I'll just put my Walter beard on and
Light the beard on fire.
no, I know for sure cotton burns.
Yeah, it does.
Tanny, why can't I burn glow in the dark filament? Why not? Dang
Yeah, the Godzilla. That'd be cool. Get that.
it. No, I gotta show that Godzilla off at Earth. Because I think these are the absolute smoothest lines I've ever seen on a print that came off my fail core.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryan,
Like
skin
that.
burns too. We'll try that.
Those spikes on the back, you can't see any layer lines, and it's ridiculous.
What layer height is that? 1.2 or something?
No, yeah, it was 0.2. I always print in just 0.2.
0.2.
But there's like no layer lines. It's super, super smooth. You see my burn?
That's not good.
It'll be all right. It's just ASA.
Yeah.
Or no, that is Pet G. It's
That was
just
Pet G, yeah.
It's-
On the
it's
first
self-
try. First
it's
try.
Yeah, first try.
Yeah.
It's
You learned.
self-extinguishing. Yeah.
You didn't do it on the next ones.
Like it didn't even blister. It just ripped skin off. But Pet G, it's self-extinguishing. Like if PLA had landed on me, I'd still be on fire. I'd have to roll around on the ground or something.
Yeah, something like that, Chris.
Hey, Greg, I know people have put in like the vaping stuff into a Godzilla to have it do smoke. and
Yeah,
stuff like
that one, somebody lit up the entire back with LEDs and then had smoke blowing out of it.
It's cool.
How much does it burn? Like an 8? Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's worse.
that.
Then the higher one would burn down. All the
I'm glad this is
House
my
would
mom's
put on.
plate and not my plate. I'm just gonna throw it away. And now we have dripping plastic all over it. And one thing to note, the PLA, for more scientific, and forgive my pizza crumbs, the PLA was a white PLA, and it stayed white when it dripped,
Cool.
though it continued to burn. The ASA and the PET-G, however, turned black. The more you know.
This is like Mr. Wizard from the 80s or something.
How's the study going, Ron? Learning anything?
What's that?
Ron, the Canadian Maker Project.
Oh.
Doing
Oh, yeah.
Some
Catch you later,
what's it
Ron.
called? Some radio stuff.
Go back to study. You're not studying here with all this knowledge we're dropping on you.
Yeah, ham radio. Yeah, that's. Is it going well?
Yeah, Amy actually, she showed a couple weeks ago that she had smoke coming out of her shoulder thingamabobbers at Dragon
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the cosplayers are really using that stuff with the cool things going on. LEDs and that, you can do really neat stuff.
Yeah.
3D Tanny's back
Tony.
with the real Tanny name.
Yeah.
We're the real 3D Tanny. Please stand up.
Have you heard, speaking so clearly of cosplayers, have you heard that, I guess, I don't know much about cosplay, but apparently some people were claiming that 3D printing is cheating when you're making costumes? And there was
definitely.
Yeah, there was some definitely pushback on that, but I guess a couple people were like, "Oh, that's cheating."
Yeah,
No,
purists.
it's just it's just another tool, you know.
It's just another
It's-
way of building.
You can do a slippery slope with that for everything, pretty much, unless you're using bare hands, you know. Just
It's like saying Warbler. Using Warbler is cheating.
or using foam, like
Formable.
yeah.
Yeah.
You must go out, cut down trees, and chop them up and make paper mache.
Make it for yourself.
Yeah. Using scissors is cheating. Yeah.
That's like technically money does grow on trees. It just has a long process to get to that point.
You don't want to burn strontium aluminate because terrible poison. Well, I mean, I guess it's maybe something I should do outside one day. Yeah, using scissors is cheating. Go carve a
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah. Strontium aluminate. I don't even know what that is.
I think that's
Is there
the stuff
a-
they put in the glow in the dark filament.
Oh, okay. That's like when I think it was Print and Play. He was printing with resin or something, and he got resin. He got resin on his he got it in his mouth somehow, like a little bit. I forget how he did it, but maybe he wasn't feeling well for like the rest of the day. Like, yeah, that's not good.
Not good.
I think it's my turn for my internet to start being stupid. Can you guys still hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was lucky
I
the
lost
other day.
audio on Chris and Tom. They sound like robots now. And their videos are frozen.
I don't know.
Oh, there's an. I didn't see. Chris, did you just join? Chris Freeze? How long you been
Again,
waiting down
he
there?
came back again.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God,
I
Brian
was
Vines is
burning.
here.
Ryan!
Your name was brought up earlier. I can't remember why.
Jokes.
Jokes.
I
Jokes.
apologize.
The joke meister.
Inspire's here.
How's it going?
Hello, Inspire.
Hi. How everybody doing?
Yeah, Brian missed the fire talk.
Brian, you missed the fire. And the
And
burn,
experiments.
and the
That was
burnt
fun.
hand.
Yeah.
What
Josh
am I gonna
hurting
do with you,
himself,
Brian Vine?
as always.
He was busy working out.
Yeah.
Girl, look at that body. He works out.
I don't know why I had to tie it. Hey, Brian, how's it going?
I like really want to go outside and burn a bunch of ASA during the day and watch black things fly around my yard. Because that was really cool. I don't see any more now, though. They must have all landed.
Oh no.
That or I'm hallucinating from fumes.
That's a possibility.
So is my mic working or does it sound terrible?
No, I mean, you sound fine. I mean, you kind
You
of
sound like you're in a tunnel. Yeah.
Probably. I could switch, but I don't know if it'll let me.
I think it's probably coming from your camera mic.
Yeah, I just jumped on real quick with the camera mic. I was fighting even getting the camera to work, so.
Yeah, sounds good enough. You came back for the fire, Jake from State Farm. I mean, come on now. All right. Since y'all want more fire, what will happen if we burn PLA, PETG, and ASA all at the same time?
Remember the hand. Keep it away.
Do you have an extinguisher someplace nearby? I'm just asking.
I got a glass plate. It'll land on the glass plate. It'll be all right. Glass doesn't burn except for at really, really high temperatures.
Yeah.
So,
Where's
Josh,
my
what is
stick?
that you're printing?
That is the head of this dragon.
Okay.
Where are my snips? Wire cutters would work.
Oh, that's right. Tanny's going to get us some discounts for Zotec. I forgot.
Yeah. Woo.
We're probably going to use Ziltech rails as a standard, except for the Z on our printer, and then Masumi rails as an upgrade option. So,
All right. So as you all know, earlier the ASA sizzled a lot and made black fairies fly around my room. The PLA continued to burn, but not as glorified as the ASA. And the PETG dripped and extinguished itself and caught your carpet on fire.
Or your hand.
Or your, oh yeah, my hand. The PETG caught my hand on fire.
Yeah.
So in this experiment, we're gonna, like, people use multi-material prints, right? Yeah, this is for all you crazy people who like MMU stuff.
It's probably going to be horrible.
It's close enough. Hang on. I need a longer wick. All right. Y'all ready?
Boom.
So as you can see, the ASA is still super sparkly. And because of the ASA and the PLA, the PETG is now continuously burning.
You probably should went to room. Uh-oh.
So
Kenny,
all
that's
you
what I asked
MMU
him.
people out there, it's dangerous. Don't do MMU prints. Only print in PETG forever, because it's the safest filament out of these three. Do I have any more black sparkly things flying around the room? I think the PLA caught the carbon fairies
Oh no.
as they were escaping, so I don't see any floating around. All right.
So Josh, earlier you mentioned about the facehugger precious moments thing. I know I have done a little bit to it, but not a whole lot different than what you seen last time. So just hadn't had any time to work on anything. Except the eyeball, I did work on that for a while.
All right, I may need to open a window because it kind of stinks in here.
You should do that.
You should do that.
I will have to say that the ASA probably smelled the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ASA.
So it's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Gives you a hint, like, oh, maybe this is a bad idea.
Yeah, this is all Greg's fault.
Go open the window.
Brian, you had it on your hard drive?
Wait, what happened to his hard drive?
He was saying that, I think that's what he was talking about. He's saying he's glad he had it on his hard drive because he dropped it in our chat, the facehugger thing. So.
Hey, if I wake up with a third eyeball, Chris Galata, that'll just be more reason for people to come see me at Earth.
Real alien.
Oh, my internet's going wonky again. If I talk over anybody, I apologize. You all sound like robots right now, and your video's frozen for me.
Yeah.
I may have to reboot.
Well, it's a good thing you collected that image. I don't know when I'll finish it. It might be like December, but I'll get it done at some point.
Maybe it's not the stream. Maybe it's just the effects of the burning stuff that you think we sound like robots.
That might be
possible too.
true.
Hey, what's up, Medic Vince? You just missed the fire.
Yeah.
You just missed the fire, Vince.
It's on the children's stream. Let's
I'm told I'm not allowed to repeat the process though, because there may be fumes involved.
There's probably fumes that weren't good for you involved, yeah.
2 times was enough.
Yeah.
For the record though, PETG drips itself out. PLA continues to burn. ASA not only burns, but it burns brighter and it like shoots out little fizzies.
That smell like hell.
And it causes little black fairies to fly around your room. So I think the PLA caught them on the last burn. I don't see any. I'm kind of sad. I may have to burn some more ASA later.
You're hooked now.
the new 3D print sensor, Greg. Don't know.
That is
And
good.
Josh is gone.
Anarchy.
Reboots?
I think he just dropped out.
Yeah, maybe.
So, this is no longer the Alien After Dark channel. This is the
Eventually, Viking
Oh,
Inspired.
streamer
StreamYard
kicked him
kicked him
out.
out. But the show
Something went wrong. He was promoting unsafe activities on stream.
Back.
I thought I was for a second. I was like,
Yeah, you burn
Oh, you sort of sound like a robot.
Cough. Alien After Fire show.
His favorite song is Prodigy Firestarter. So.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
the Alien After Fire show.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 14 minutes left before I'm going to end stream, because there is somebody who streams at 9 o'clock, and they were a little upset that I went over, and nobody wanted to watch them last week.
Who's streaming?
Who streams at 9?
Yeah, who streams at 9? I don't know.
Askewed View and Sons.
Oh
yeah.
Show 'em.
He was a little upset with me last week because I continued to stream past 9 o'clock. I
Put
did
it on fire.
That's true. You can ask them though.
How you gonna one up that? You should go to a stream and like, we just have fire. What are you guys gonna do?
Hey, did you notice that? Well, the last time I was in here, it didn't do the live chats in the StreamYard, but now it's working.
What's that?
The live chat or the live chats and the StreamYard is working, so you don't have to have YouTube open in a separate window.
Oh, did they add that?
Yeah, it wasn't working
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah, my internet's being dumb again.
And you're frozen.
You need better internet. I'm in Norway and my is fine.
Mine's fine.
Yeah, he lives in the sticks though, so it's kind of hard to get internet out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got fiber here, so
We've had some storms in the area tonight too. I'm in West
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
and coming back. Let's see.
It's trying.
We'll have to finish up the stream.
Got 11 minutes left.
Yeah.
Somebody come up with something quick. Something to do.
I got nothing.
So as I was saying, this is a tool changer component that I 3D printed that I am trying to verify how it's going to fit on our printer. And we'll see how it does.
Yeah, that's cool. Rosa, the house is on fire. So. Just kidding.
there you go.
Dang.
Let's see.
Babe,
nice.
you came back to after the stream is over. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna burn a benchy, and I'm gonna sing, "Burn, baby, burn, Printer Inferno." That's what Brian Vines just came up with.
Don't
Don't crash on the couch here. Just have to go to Norway.
He looks okay.
Let's see if I can find this. Where's that?
What do you mean I better not? If I do it outside, I can't? I'm assuming you missed the last fire I just started not too long ago. Because otherwise you'd have been yelling at me about that one.
Yeah, probably.
She must have been driving home or bathing the twins or something.
Mhm.
And some of those questions you may not want to ask.
Vince, I will have to say I probably did inhale some of the fumes because I am in my bedroom and the fire happened right here. and Pet G does not feel good when it drips on your hand while you're reaching for a plate to catch the drips in case it drips.
Did you open the window?
I did not, but my AC is on.
Okay.
Bye, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
I know you don't want to be associated with this activity, so see you later.
Hey, Brian.
Bye, Brian. When I burn the benchy later, I'm blaming you. For the song, anyways. I gotta blame Greg for the actual fire.
All right, I got the face hugger pulled up. I actually did do a little.
I'm waiting to see what Vince is going to say next.
Any more suggestions? I tell you what, I'm one of those type of guys that if somebody suggests something, I will do it. But I can't come up with ideas on my own. Like, if you guys would come up with things that you want to see with 3D printing, like burning 3D prints, I will record burning 3D prints and put it up on my YouTube stream. And
print a 2-foot alien.
If I can do it during a live stream, but move the live stream outside, because the fumes are probably a bad idea. And we do have a 2-foot tall alien that could possibly get burned after Earth.
How about blowing things up?
I'd be happy to blow things up too.
Yeah.
Rosa may not like that idea, but
I think Rosa maybe like me a little bit less now.
Yeah. Like, oh no.
Sorry, Rosa.
You want to see some filament lit while coming out of a hot end? I'm hoping you mean a hot end on a printer, because I'm not going to do the whole guy from Jackass movie thing, lighting bottle.
I think it means a printer. Yeah, that's
polio. After party at Earth. Yes, we'll fire all the things.
One of a few people who's not going to be at Earth. But we'll try to make Murph this year.
There's a lot of people not coming to Earth.
Yeah.
I know, but I feel like I'm the only one not going.
I'm not going either.
Yeah, you're a little bit far away, aren't you?
Yeah, Norway. So that would have been expensive and taken a lot of time.
So that's half of us not going. I'm going.
Tanny, what is an air solder gun?
Solder. I think it's solder gun.
Solder gun.
Yeah.
English is hard.
Yeah, I think so.
Although other places do say like solder with the L. They try to pronounce the L.
Well, it's like I see a word with an L in it. I want to add the L.
Yeah.
But yeah,
why not just call it solder, like SODDER?
Because English.
Yes.
Like
the best pronounce the L. That's why I thought.
And then there's people who like there are letters, but people leave out letters.
Yeah.
Like caramel is caramel, but people say caramel.
Aluminium.
And aluminium.
Aluminium.
In Norway, it's aluminium at least, but
because they actually literally spelled different. Most of the times it's just pronounced different, but aluminum is actually spelled with an extra I.
Or the people who and I'm not making fun of anybody here. If anybody says any of these words, I'm just being silly at the moment.
Right.
You may have gotten to me a little bit, but the word wash is WASH, but people like my grandmother says wash.
Wash, yeah.
That's the southern
in water, I that's like some people in Pennsylvania say water.
And then-
I like listening to Maker's Muse when he says patent and Voss and
patent and base.
And
Yeah.
then there's people like Rosa who
What
clearly Star has an R in it. Lobster has an R in it,
Staff.
but it's Star and
Lobster.
Lobster.
Yeah.
I'm so gonna catch shit from her tonight. Oh my goodness.
She'll probably make some fun of me too, so probably feel a bit feel bad.
And when you're banging a Yui, honey, do you like bang on things while you're cooking the Yui? Or...
Bagging a what?
We'll have to explain that one to him, I think.
I need that one to be explained a little bit.
When you're in a car and you're making a U-turn to go the other direction, some people have certain ways to say that. I haven't heard banging a Yui. I'm trying to think of what the other one was. Something else, a Yui. But I only heard that recently.
I think
I
it's
like, I like
bang a Yui.
I don't know.
I just call it making a U-turn. I don't know why this has to be so
Something with Yuis.
slang.
I say you swing.
Yeah.
Banging Yuis while sipping from a bubbler.
What the hell?
What's Yui?
I don't want to bang you.
Making a Florida U-turn. That's right.
Yeah, it's a Florida. But you have to make sure Florida, anything that you have to not use a turn signal. So that you got to make it extra Florida.
I like all in Florida. All of the cuts through that say U-turns not allowed.
Oh yeah.
And then everybody just does it.
Oh, I've gotten 2 tickets on that. Twice I've done that. They used to be not a U-turn not allowed, and they just changed it, and it's a long story.
So, all right, everybody. It is 2 minutes until 9 o'clock. I told
Yeah.
Shalom that I would actually end on time this week so that I wouldn't interrupt with his stream or interfere with his stream. So thank you guys for catching me on fire tonight. To those who joined me in chat, it was really awesome. I don't know who I'm going to have next week yet. We'll figure it out. I know Wham is going to be on here one week. Chris Venturi will be on here again.
Maybe with a beat finish printer, who knows?
I'll be in the chat.
Yay! Printer!
Yeah.
So I hope everybody has a great night. Thank you to my mods. Make sure you say hi to the little black floaty fairies after you burn ASA. But thank you guys so much. Thank you to my mods, my subscribers, my customers, those who joined me, my beautiful girlfriend. I love you bunches. Peace out, everybody.
See ya.